there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ryan Roylance back again to talk about the challenge with you. First things first, I need to apologize to everybody for my, I don't even know what to call it. Stupidity, I guess is what I would say. Um, in the last video, maybe even in both videos, I believe I've been calling it new meat. Yeah, for somebody who is taking time to make a video about this, you'd think by now I would have gotten the name right. So, fresh meat, I get it. I'm sorry. Sean, Jokulism, Sean-tastic. Sorry about that, buddy. But I have promised you now for over a week the scoring system for our little fantasy game. So if you want to start this up at home, you go right ahead. Maybe a little bit late to start this season unless you want to have a, after the season starts draft, or if you've DVR'd it and haven't seen some of the season yet. But let me get you started here. We have a draft. 4 players in our draft. We had about 15 or 20 people that wanted to play. We nixed them. We said, no, there's only 26 contestants. We can only have 4 total people going. So 4 people, each of us gets 6 players on our team. You're saying, that leaves 2 people out. It does. We have a waiver wire. So if at any point in time, one of your players who's still active, it cannot be somebody who has been kicked off the challenge or is lost and has gone home. So any of your active players you want to drop and pick up somebody off the waiver wires, you can do that at any time. There is a waiver order, so you have to select that based on draft position. That's the boring stuff. Now let's get into the scoring. So once you have your team, you've got 6 players, and based on what happens during the aired portion of the challenge, you get points. So let's start, shall we? So the daily challenge wins. So the team that wins the challenge for the day is going. Each player from that team gets 15 points. So if you happen to have both those players on your team, you just got 30 points. If you've got one of 2, you get 15. An elimination win for the day. So your team loses, they get sent in, and they win. Each player on that team gets 10 points. So that's pretty straightforward there. Overall, so the overall win, if you finish in 4th place as a team, each player will get 5 points. In 3rd place, each player gets 20 points. In 2nd place, each player gets 30 points. And in 1st place, each gets 50 points. So an overall victory, obviously very, very important. But now here's where the game gets fun. So this is a little bit different than the normal scoring system where you score points for winning, and that's it. This is more fun. Fighting. Fighting gets you 10 points. If you've seen previous seasons, you know somebody's getting slapped or punched. Fighting is worth 10 points. If you get kicked off the show for fighting, that's 20 points. So if you get in a fight and get kicked off like Darrell did last season, that's 30 points, baby. So yeah, you got somebody that got sent home, but you at least got some points out of them. So there's 20 for getting kicked off. Let's see, making out is worth 10 points per person in the makeout. Getting a little bit further than making out. Let's say they get between the sheets and get a little bit naked, and there is some obvious sexual activity. That's 15 points per person. Now, that has to have a 75% vote. So we have 4 people. They're obviously not going to show them having sex on the show. So at least 3 out of 4 of us have to agree that it was implied that it was more than just a makeout. And that is worth 15 points per person. Now it gets even better. If it's a threesome, you get more points. Let's say it's a threesome makeout, which I can promise is going to happen. That's 15 points per person. What if it's a little bit more than a makeout with a threesome? We're hoping that happens, right? That's going to be worth 30 points per person. 30 points. That can make or break your season right there. So go threesomes. Nudity. So somebody takes off their clothes. Happened more than a couple times already in the first episode. That's 10 points. House destruction. So an intentional breakage of something, whether it's a window or a lamp or a mirror or a bottle. Bottle? No, not a bottle. It's got to be house property. That's worth 8 points. So you break something, you get points. Sounds cool to me. So pick violent guys. It's too bad CT's not on this season. Crying is worth -5 points. Crying is the reason I have -5 points as a total for week 1. Cara Maria crushed my soul, and I can't stand her. Puking is -5 points. If you're going to come in there and be an amateur and drink too much and throw it up, you're getting points taken off. A voluntary exit. So much like Evelyn did last year, she just didn't try in that challenge. She basically voluntarily left. We can't have that. Or if you just bounce because you're too much of a wuss to be there, nope, that's -20 points. You are screwing us if you leave. So don't you dare leave the show voluntarily. Now there's a wild card as well. So 5 points on a wild card. So something so outlandish and so weird and so crazy that you just don't even know what to say about it. That's worth 5 points. Again, 3 out of 4 people have to vote on that 5 points. If TJ says you killed it, whatever player he is saying that to, 2 points. This is a good one. If TJ sleeps with one of the female contestants, 40 points for that female contestant. And this is my favorite one of all time. If there's even an implication that TJ slept with a male contestant, automatic victory. So if you have a male on your team, implication that TJ slept with him, game over. You win. So essentially that's our scoring system. It's a little loony. It takes a long time to score. Thank you, Alex, for taking the time to score our little game here. And if you want to see, we've even got a little spreadsheet. Hopefully you can see that. Probably not. But see, this is broken down. It's a flip cam, guys. Give me a break. It's broken down into points. As you can kind of see, Jake had every single player on his team score this past week. So Jake is a rock star for week 1, and I did not have anybody score. And I had, like I said, Cara Maria lost me points. The winner of week 1 was Laurel was definitely rocking it. Not only did she just about make out with everybody in the house, but comes back, won the daily challenge with Kenny. So tons of points there. Pete came away with second place with 20 points, and I still just suck. So anyway, there'll be more to come. We're going to talk a lot more about this. We might recap the rules at some point during this season, but play along with us. Comment down below about how much fun you're having doing it like we are. I know we're ridiculous, but we're having a damn good time doing it. We'll be back on Wednesday night or Thursday with the Wednesday video of us making fools of ourselves watching the challenge. Hopefully by then I have some more points. Please root for me. I need Wes. I need a Wes victory. I'm gonna run through my team real quick. I know you don't want to hear it. I've got Wes, Nor, Cara Maria already gone, Paula, Jen, and Brandon. So I need some. Pray to the challenge gods for me. That's all I'm saying. I'll see you soon. I'm rambling a lot. Peace. Oh, by the way, hi CJ.